What's up, guys? My name is Emerson, your favorite manic and melanated photographer.
Hey, this is Alex, or you can call me Peach, your local content creator and fruit enthusiast.
And welcome to the Phot-Bros podcast,
your one-stop shop for all things photography, videography, and content creation.
Yo.
And a yo.
Welcome to episode 2 of season 2
of the Phot-Bros podcast. Our guest today is our scriptwriter. She is so special to me, so special to a lot of us here at the podcast, to our group, a photo group, the Hoes, the Phot-Hoes. And we actually thank her a lot. We actually treasure her because she's also the president or queen of the Phot-Hoes group.
The Queen Ho.
So introduce yourself, Juliet.
Hey guys, this is Juliet. I'm a photographer in the Northern Virginia area, and like Pete said, I'm the president of the Phot-Hoes.
Yeah, that's her. And what year did you come up with the idea to form that group, the Phot-Hoes?
Well, I didn't really make a plan to make a group. It was kind of something that was just like a little bit serendipitous, if I must say.
Okay.
I had posted on this like Facebook group, maybe like 2018 or 2019. It was for like GMU, because I was a student at GMU at the time.
Shout out to GMU, guys.
Woo! So I was a student at the time, and I posted on the Facebook group like, hey, does anyone want to collab? Because I just wanted to kind of get my name out there as a photographer and like meet new people and maybe potentially get some new clients. And unfortunately, there was like no one who was like a client like messaged me, only other photographers. And they were like, hey, like I want to collab with you and like let's plan a shoot. And because there was like multiple people, I just decided to like all meet on the same day. And so we decided to go to like a parking garage and have like this like multiple person collab like on the top of the parking
I remember
garage.
that. I saw that on the pictures on Facebook
Yeah.
and Instagram. And then I was like, you guys are taking pictures and then you ended up dancing at the parking garage. There was a whole dance session and a photo shoot there.
We always have dance sessions in our Phot-Hoes
It's pretty
meetups.
fun.
Like,
We're a fun group.
Yeah, we always have a good time. But that first meetup was so much fun, and it was like such good vibes, and we all just like connected so well that we decided to, plan another meetup. And then that continued to another meetup and another one, and more people joined. And over time, we've just really grown as a group, as a club, and really made a really close-knit community of people who are photographers and friends.
Nice. And
Amazing.
tell me, how many people started out?
Oh,
including you?
Maybe like 7, 8, 9. It was like in the single digits, definitely. It was not that many.
And a few years later, and up to now, how many do we have?
I think we have like 70.
Yeah.
70 members.
70. Now, I don't know how many of those members are actually active, but
Yeah.
but still a good amount. Because if anything, if not 70, I would say almost 50.
Yeah.
Still pretty big number. We really grew. We expanded to people that, had some sort of creative outlet or, where had something to offer or are just friends that just have fun or even model or just be there to support because, for one example, there's my friend Kyle, sometimes he models, but he's a part of the group, but he still has fun. He talks to people, communicates, but also if he wants, he also helps with equipment because, we always need help with lighting. Mm-hmm. But the group, we really expanded a lot and we just have Juliet to thank here for that.
Aw. Well, like I said, I didn't plan it. It just happened just naturally. And so I'm also really grateful for all the people who were involved and who have come together. I wanted a group of close-knit friends who could just, connect over one hobby. And, that just kind of naturally happened. So I'm just so grateful for everyone and having this opportunity.
And that is great. And again, that's why we thank Julia for I know it happened naturally, but it did, she did continue, like she didn't shoot down the idea later on. She didn't give up on it. She just said, let's keep it growing. And now
ideas always come naturally.
Mm-hmm.
All the time, man.
but she kept it growing. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like you didn't give up on it. So that's good. You know, you didn't be like, you know, oh no, like this idea was good for one time. No, like let's do it again and again and again. And then now we have a big group.
It's kind of like us when it was us coming up as photographers. I don't know about you, but when I started out, I was not thinking about taking creative portraits at all. I was just like, oh, let me go to concerts, let me do nature and stuff. And then all of a sudden I found portraits, and now I'm a portrait photographer in the DC area.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at the squirrel one time and I was like, that makes a good picture. And I took it.
Squirrels are awesome.
Yeah. And cicadas. Cicadas. If you just got to be,
scare me.
You got to be stealth with it. Yeah.
Nightmares.
But yeah, pretty cool. And now moving on, we're going to dive deep into pretty much what Juliet does. So she's a photographer too, and also a model sometimes. Although I think you would be more photographer, right?
Right. Yeah.
But she's an amazing model too.
She is. She is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like, you remember that one time, like, you know, you were like in a fairy dress, and then, you modeled on my car for a photo. That was fun. That was funny.
We stopped at like Sheets.
That was the Sheets. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
But she poses amazingly. Like, your harp skips a beat, you know.
Oh my God, no, you're hyping me up.
Oh my God.
But anyway, not to continue, we want to see exactly what kind of photography you do. Like, modeling is one thing, but I don't think you have a certain type of modeling you do.
Well, I guess first let me start with the photography aspect of what I do. So, well, my own style has changed over time. And like, I just started taking portraits back in like 2011. It was just like normal portraits. That I started actually in high school. I took a film photography class.
Oh, same.
Yeah, I think a lot of people start that way.
Yeah.
But you know, I just took pictures of people, did my assignments for class and stuff. So I didn't really have a personal style, but over the years I did develop my own style, and it has evolved. And I think now what I currently consider myself as is like more of like a fantasy or concept photographer. So I really like it, like picking out a concept, picking costumes, different like colors, and creating something really magical and dreamy. So that's how I would describe my own style.
Yeah, I noticed that there's a lot of well, first off, shout out to Prism FX.
Prism FX.
Yeah, Prism FX.
Yeah, you seem to use a lot of dreamy filters. I know I'm jealous because you entered a competition and you won.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to them for providing her with a really dope lens, because I would love that lens. Like, I don't think my dreamy lens is as good as that one, but
that one's the Lucid Dream filter.
See, I want that one.
Yeah, that one was like almost $130, I think, and I got it for free. Like, oof.
You got it for free?
I got it for
she entered
free.
a competition.
I won the giveaway.
God.
I know. Like, damn it, I should have done that.
Yeah,
But
I found it on
next
Amazon,
time.
and I was all like, "Yep, I can't."
Oh,
Yeah.
I do have an affiliates code, so I mean.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How?
I asked them, can I be affiliate?
What?
You
And
better
they-
text that to me after.
Yeah, no, I will go to them. I'm like, hey, okay, let me hype you up.
Just type in Echo Star 15. You get 15% off.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Let's go.
Well, I meant like, maybe if I text them and it's like, hey, like, you know, let me hype you guys up. Let me do this for you.
I mean, you can try.
I can try. Yeah. You were like, hey, you know, I'm the queen, so you know, you should. I should be able to do this for you. But
It's to send a DM or anything.
yeah, but I actually use a different type of lens from. I think their name is Polar Pro.
Polar Pro.
Yeah, I think that's their name. I could be wrong, but the one famous photographer, Peter McKinnon, actually has a brand with them, his own like lenses. So he has like a blue morphic, a blue morphic, a gold morphic. It's actually pretty interesting. So it's like a little like, you don't need any what do you call those step up filter.
I
ND
think it's-
filter?
No. It's like
Step up,
no. It's like,
step
let's say like your lens is not big enough, and then the filter is like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot step up rings. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you don't need step up rings. You only need one, or you could, but you only need one to screw it in. And then instead of screwing the filter in and out, you can just use it. It's with magnets, so you can just click it on.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's
but
so convenient.
It is, but I got it from there. But shout out to Polar Pro and Prism FX. But regarding your dreamy shoes, you use that a lot because it looks very, like, I don't know, dreamy. It looks very like
soap opera.
Soap opera-ish.
Soap opera-ish.
It's just like you look at it. It's like you look at it. If I could take that and I don't know, print it out and put it on like a frame and like on the, I don't know, like it looks like something out of one of those fancy mansions like you see.
Yeah.
Like you put a really good like golden frame around it with all this, all the different decor.
Like a painting?
Yeah. I should have said that, but yeah, a painting. But it looks exactly like that. Like, I don't know how many, I mean, you do a lot of fantasy ones, but do you like get a lot of inspo from like fantasy? Like we're talking here, mermaids, sirens, mythology. We got
werewolves,
storybooks.
Werewolves.
Yeah. We got the Brothers Grimm.
I always wanted to be a werewolf. Sorry.
You know what I said before that, we can do a photo shoot. I will shoot for you. But
like,
I think you match a gnome better.
Not a gnome.
Please.
Here we go again, Juliet, with this gnome thing.
A gnome?
I'm not
Emerson
dressing up as a gnome.
I mean, if he was like 5,
yeah, I'm like 5'9". I'm a
perfect.
giant gnome.
Do you know how tall gnomes can be?
I thought gnomes are like 5'2".
They can be any size.
Like Waluigi size? Like no, like that's pretty tall. Like Waluigi, that's like tall as.
That's like 6 foot plus.
Yeah, what kind of gnome is that? Wow.
But yeah, I do get a lot of inspiration from like mythical creatures. Also,
what about storybooks? Like Brothers Grimm? I don't know. Any other story like the actual original versions of like Cinderella and Rapunzel and Snow White and all that.
I mean, I haven't really paid attention really to those. I read fantasy, like fiction.
Okay.
That's like fantasy. So I get a lot of inspo from like those type of stories. And I also just get inspiration from creators on Instagram who also do fantasy photography.
Okay, cool.
And then also I get inspo from my dreams.
That's
So,
actually
like, I had a dream. I'm gonna make it a photo shoot.
Shout outs to MLK.
shout outs to Dreams.
She had a dream.
And REM. Shout out to REM Sleep.
REM Sleep.
Yeah, but really, I try to actually for psychology class. I used to write down my dreams in a journal. Yeah, I would, because obviously I only remembered if I wake up that moment. See, if I just continue on sleeping, I'm not going to remember it. So I got to write it down, and then it means something. So I kind of like that, how you use your dreams as inspo. I'm trying to do that more, but
do that. I need a dream journal.
I know. I'm trying. Like there was one dream I had where I fell down and I was falling in like the abyss, and I'm like,
sucking place.
in a way, yeah. But I don't know what that meant.
Shout outs to Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele, you're amazing. Please make another movie. I think you are, but yeah, I had that dream, and I mean, even today, I'm thinking, how am I supposed to pull that off as a photo shoot? You know,
Well, what you can do is take that emotion that you felt in that dream and then transform that into some type of concept. So if you felt like, I don't know, like trapped or stuck, you can transform that into something that's a photo eventually.
Is that something you usually tell yourself? Like you usually take what seems an impossible concept and then you just try to your best to kind of morph it into something you can do?
Well, nothing really ever seems impossible unless it's like some crazy, like complex concept. But I do like to take emotions and then put that in a photo. Like, specifically, I like photos that feel nostalgic or like feel like home. Like photos that have a lot of like golden light, like golden hour and like backlit photos. That to me feels like a more nostalgic vibe. So I'll incorporate that type of lighting.
Do you ever shoot blue hour?
I think I tried a few times, but I didn't really like it as much. Like I really like the golden light or just like brighter light.
Yeah, Juliet's the reason why I started using a lot of backlight in most of my shots.
Yeah, I mean, it really does help. Like I struggled at one point because I was doing a purge photo shoot, but it was so dark outside that if I used a flash, it would be pretty obvious, you know. But then I actually took my flashlight, and luckily it had a setting for a strobe light. For strobe, so I put it in the back, and then as I was clicking, flashing, it worked.
Wow,
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, cool. So strobe really helps. I had to use what I had in my hand, so.
You Use any available light.
Yeah, pretty much street lamps. We're talking street lamps, artificial neon lights, which was my favorite. Even bring your own lights, because I kind of caved during Christmas. I bought an Amaran 150C, and shout out to Amaran and Aperture, because it's one of the best RGB lightings. What?
I wish I had money to buy an Amaran.
They're very expensive.
Well, I mean, I found a good deal. I feel like on eBay it might be a good deal. So also shout out to eBay, because but
I'm in the middle of family planning, so I have to save every dollar I can get.
shout out to being frugal. But
how many times are we shouting out things?
We do that a lot.
We do this a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you have been listening to our podcast, right? Yeah. So we do a lot of shout outs. Hell, I mean, like,
shout outs to Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we do.
That's when me and Bilal stopped and we just stared at Peach.
Yeah. Do you know why they stared at me? Because they don't like Kool-Aid. That's why they stared at me. I'm like, dude, how do you guys not like Kool-Aid?
I don't like Kool-Aid.
Well, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, guys, it's been real. This is shortest episode of the podcast. Emerson signing off.
And this is Peach.
No.
Psych. We lied.
Yeah, we're not doing that. No, we're not going away that easy. Yeah. But diving a little deeper, I do want to dive into, how far are we?
We're probably 20 minutes in.
18.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this while you're thinking. What do you think of Pinterest? Is that a valuable tool for you? Because I know for me it is. I use it a lot because my ideas come and go. Obviously, I'm not going to have time to write it down somewhere, maybe in my notes in my phone. But Pinterest is there for me to be like, okay, I'm going to search all these different words. I'm going to search all these different ideas and then put it into a board. Yeah, and then that's what I do. So how about you? What's your best way to form ideas, to plan it out, to...
That's basically what I was about to ask.
Okay.
Planning process, your planning process for all your photo shoots.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I use Pinterest sometimes, only usually if it's like a concept involving multiple people, so that they understand like what the vibe is, what the concept is. Like if there's multiple photographers, I mean. If I'm just like individually planning a shoot, I usually just like imagine everything in my brain and just like kind of think it in my brain, like less online, more just to myself. I have a really like big imagination and like I can really like visualize things really well. So I don't see Pinterest as something that I use a lot because I can already visualize things well. So I usually just think, oh my God, wait, Emerson is taking a picture. Sorry.
He's not sorry. He's not sorry.
Where was I? Yeah, so I usually just think things in my head, kind of figure out what type of color, some composition I want. And because I've been doing this for a long time, like over 10 years, the planning process is always really smooth and I don't really have any trouble with it. I usually go into a shoot knowing what I want and knowing how I do it. So it's pretty smooth and easy for me. Yeah.
Nice. Smooth and easy is the way to go, guys. Easy and smooth, Man, if only life could be like that.
Don't we wish?
Yeah. Okay. Now, a little
okay.
Adulting,
yeah. Hashtag adulting.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on all of us.
Yes, it does.
But we cope with it in our own ways, in our own
photography.
Yeah, that videography.
Big coping mechanism for me, photography and videography.
Same.
Yeah, editing too. Yeah, because I'm trying to set up my own little station at home. Get a new desk, get situated, a new monitor, and everything.
I call my station my laboratory.
See,
I'm in the lab, and I have my big 32-inch monitor.
Wow.
And I'm editing right there.
That's great.
Yeah. The Peach Chambers. That's what.
The Peach Chambers.
Peach Chambers.
But yeah, so that's me. So moving on from this, now there is one topic I was curious. It's up to you if you want to discuss about it. But you're a little different from other photographers. Not talking about like the concepts you choose, not because there's a lot of people who do that. But one difference between you and for example, you, me, and Emerson, you are more or less a disabled photographer.
Right.
Like you do have a disability.
Right.
Now, regarding that, well, first of all, like, is there any, to this day, do you find any like limitations in photography? Because like, you do your best to do what, like, but does it limit anything in communication, travel, when it comes to taking pictures at different angles and so on?
So I can't speak for all, disabled photographers, and I wouldn't really even call myself disabled. Okay. I just deal with chronic pain. So I do have to use certain things to help me through the day, whether that be like braces or like KT tape or even a wheelchair sometimes.
I do love KT tape.
Me too,
Yeah.
That's the only thing keeping me together. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
So I do have to use different tools to help me during a photo shoot. And I think sometimes people might think, oh, you can't take as well of a photo sometimes if you have a disability or if you have something that prevents you from walking or standing or lifting your arms or something. But I totally disagree. Art or photography is an art, and you can do art in any way. Now, there is a technical aspect to art, which kind of determines whether your photo looks aesthetically pleasing or not. But creativity itself and art is free-flowing. So even if you have a disability, even if you cannot walk, even if you cannot lift your arms or something, you can still do art. So, for me personally, I do have to sit down when I take photos or go to a photo shoot. So that does change my perspective of photos. They're usually a little bit lower, but I can easily, move my camera up to put it higher, or I can move around to, change my position. So there are limitations to what I can do, but I've learned to adapt and worked with them. And it's, it hasn't been an easy process, but, art is something that I continuously want to keep doing, as it's like a good output for me, a creative output. And, art also just helps me get out of the house. If you
Facts.
have, yes.
No, same here.
That part.
It's like being stuck indoors. Like, I don't want that cabin fever. I gotta go out there. I gotta run.
I mean, we had that for like 2 years with COVID.
It sucks so
Just
bad.
confined inside.
Yeah, so no shout outs here to cabin fever. It was the worst. It was
Right.
the worst. It got to me. So I don't like that.
And sometimes if you deal with chronic pain or even like mental illness, maybe you don't want to leave the house because
That's true.
it's just difficult. You're in pain. You feel a certain way, but we all know that staying at home doesn't help you.
Does not.
Does not help.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I tried it, but like, I'm not going to say I'm introverted, but I'm not extroverted either. I'm like in the middle. I'm ambiverted. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it kind of comes and goes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Because I do have some mood swings sometimes. I don't know. But
yeah, the one thing with me is I'm bipolar, so I have my ups and downs, but most of the time I have more downs than ups. Mm-hmm. But like literally every day, I never want to leave the house. But when I do, it's like the best time of my life.
Exactly.
All the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so no matter how hard the thoughts are saying, oh, just stay in bed, I get my behind up. I get out there. Like every time I have a photo shoot, I have to fight with myself to not cancel. Like my wife sometimes takes my phone away. I was just like, you're not gonna text her and cancel at all.
Shout out to his wife.
Shout out to his wife.
Shout
outs to Betsy, babe. I love you. But literally, like I book all these models all the time, and then I'm all like, I don't want to do this anymore. Then I go and I do it, and I love it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's pretty busy. I mean, like for me, so I'm doing some shoots in Richmond soon.
Oh, nice.
Now the thing is, like Richmond's a cool city. I have to check it out to use the environment. But sometimes, well, regarding like whether it's the weather or maybe I want to do something indoors, obviously I got to scope out the areas, the studios, the pricing, what do they offer, and this and that, and then the models, the schedule. So much planning goes into that. It does eventually just puts me in a certain state where I'm like, I got to take a deep breath. I got to sit back because it's all just like really, you know that anime like forehead, like it's like right there, just
the pulsing vein.
The pulsing vein.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like I really don't want to do this, but I made a promise. I'm gonna keep that promise, and if I want the respect that I gave to myself and to others for a long time, I gotta give back, because I made a promise. I made all this stuff. So I said it, I would do it, and I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
But but it takes time for me to just step back and be like, okay, we're gonna do this,
right?
And then just clear my head and then go.
Right. You do have to fight with yourself sometimes, and because if you just stay home, then you're going to be miserable or whatever, in pain, sad, depressed, or whatever. But if you go out, do something to get your mind off things, then, I keep saying,
It's all good. It's all good. You're good.
Right?
Don't you know?
Don't you know? But, yeah, if you go out and get your mind off things, like Emerson said, you're going to have a great time. I mean, maybe you won't, but you're going to have a better time than if you just stayed home.
Very true.
Yeah. And actually, when a few years ago, I came across this concept called building a ladder.
Building a ladder.
Have you guys heard that before?
I think so. Maybe.
So it's this idea that, life sucks sometimes.
It does.
And sometimes you cannot do anything to make it unsuck, right? So the only way you can change your life is to change your mindset. And the way to do that is to, get out of your head a little bit and do little things that help build little rings on the ladder to climb out of that dark pit. So, maybe you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, today sucks, whatever. So you decide, okay, I'm going to do one good thing that makes me happy. I'm going to wear something really cute and fashionable to lift my mood. And that builds one ring.
I kind of like that. I feel like I kind of do that in a way. Like for any meetup, I don't remember exactly how other meetups went, but I'm pretty sure I never look like a bum. Like I would do my best to kind of put myself out there clothing wise, because I'm not going to be like this because I'm like this right now because I'm going to go to the gym. But if I were to go to a meetup, obviously like when we had that Phot-Hoes festival, obviously I came in,
Came in looking like crazy.
I know I came in looking like Seth freaking Rollins.
Freaking Rollins, bro.
Yeah. Okay. And then another time I had my black and yellow hat. I had my golden or mustard color yellow hoodie with the black bomber jacket and then black jeans and then my shoes that are black. And so that's a good way I like to make combination with clothes. And then if I dress good, I feel good.
Exactly. So. It really builds up that inner confidence when you look good.
Yeah.
Because you feel good. So, that's one thing to help build a part of the ladder. Then, going out and doing a photo shoot, that's another thing on the ladder. So I think for, people in our community, we really should go out and shoot and just be creative when you can. Even if you don't feel like it, you're going to feel better after.
I agree.
Yeah.
And even if it's like something out of your like specialty, like sometimes I'll just go out and do street photography in DC.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
For stuff.
Yeah.
Like the other day I just went outside and took pictures around my apartment complex. Just like, oh, this looks like a good shot. Just like,
yeah,
do something.
It just gets you out of your head.
Exactly.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Photography and video games.
Video games.
Yeah, video games are good.
Video games are awesome.
Yeah. Like good way to cope, I guess. Kind of depends. Like if you play Fortnite, you're like, it's like, man.
I used to use GTA to cope. I don't think that was a healthy coping.
Yeah. For me, it was Fortnite for like a month, but then like a bunch of 10-year-olds kept cursing me out. So I'm like, so I kind of quit after that.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I started playing other stuff. Call of Duty, of course. Survival horror games.
Do you guys play Mario Party?
I used to.
I have it on my Switch, but we only play it when we have guests over at my apartment.
Yeah, Mario Party.
It's just weird playing it by yourself.
Why not?
Yeah, Smash Bros is a good thing.
Fun.
Smash Bros I play all the time.
Because it's called Mario Party for a reason, though. Because you have to
have a party.
You can play with the CPU.
I
might do that tonight, just for you.
Thank you.
And it falls asleep.
I have to charge up my Switch when I get home.
Yeah, but yeah, no, but you do have a point there with your the ladder concept. It's interesting. Like, did you hear that from somewhere, or did you come up with that?
I saw it. Someone was talking about it on YouTube. It was like a YouTuber who deals with chronic pain, and so that kind of inspired me to take on that ideology. Because
I heard something, I guess, similar to it. There was this one guy who was, I guess he's I don't know, a lieutenant in the military or something. He said, like when you wake up in the morning, obviously you're gonna feel groggy. You're probably not gonna have the energy to do anything. But if in order to kind of get you to actually do something that day and be productive instead of rotting in your bed, not that there's anything against rotting in your bed. Sometimes you need to do that. But if you want to be productive, the first thing you can do is make your bed. And then once you make that bed, that's like you complete the first task of the day. From there, what's next? I don't know, shower or brush your teeth. And you can do it in any order. And then after that, make breakfast or walk the dog. It's stuff like that. You know, you just got to keep going.
Little steps.
Yeah, little steps until it eventually builds up to, I don't know, let's say a photo shoot you have in the middle of the day. Mm-hmm. See? And then and eventually you would have completed all those tasks in a good order. And then, and next thing you know, it's the end of the day, and then you did it.
Exactly. You just have to keep going, even when you feel like you don't want to.
Yeah.
Because life is not going to get better if you just mope. I don't want to say mope because, sometimes you really do need to just mope. Go inward.
Yeah.
And just feel what you need to feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you do have to push yourself to try just little things to get out. Because if you don't, then you're just going to continue feeling sad and feeling whatever it is.
Yeah, that's true. Very true, guys.
Yeah.
I need some life coach sessions with Juliet.
I'm here all night.
No, seriously, she's here all night because that girl's up at like 4 in the morning.
Vampire here.
Swear, I'll be seeing her Instagram stories posting at 3 in the morning. I'm like, what in the world?
It's the best time. Yeah. No one's awake.
Here, I'll go on my phone right now. Podcast idea. Like late night with Juliet.
Late night. Yeah. Oh my God.
Like who is our first caller of the night?
But honestly, I get the best ideas at night. Like at 3 a.m., I'll be like going to bed and I'll be like, oh, wait, that's a perfect idea.
Yeah, for me, it's in the shower. Just
shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, yep.
Yeah.
Also, do you guys get inspired by music?
Okay, sometimes. Like the thing is, I got to listen to the song a few times and then like I got to analyze the lyrics. For me, okay, do you have any inspirations for from any songs? Because I'm trying to think. What was the one that I used? I'm
drawing a blank. Good Lord, I'm drawing a blank. We're both drawing blanks.
Okay, I guess you guys don't then.
I sort of have inspo, but not really. So, so if you hear the entire Euphoria soundtrack, the lyrics is one thing, which does put a certain image in your head. What I did was I turned on, so my TV's connected to some LED lights. And then I turned it on, and then like the lights were around the room, and then obviously there was nothing else, just color lights going, like, changing. I had my headphones on, put on the Euphoria soundtrack. Now the lyrics, if you listen to it, like obviously you're not gonna understand what's his name, Labyrinth is saying, that the artist is what he's saying because of like the way he's singing it. But if you look at the lyrics and read it, then you'll see. And then you listen to it, and then the way he sings it, along with like the melodies, the tracks, the sound, the rhythm. For some reason, it kind of ended up creating different images in my head, where eventually, like, you'll see some of the photos I posted in my profile and Instagram. Some of them were inspired by that, only because of the image that the music created in my head at the time. It wasn't even lucid dreaming. I think it was just me night dreaming, night thoughts or something like that.
Night thoughts, good.
Yeah. And so that's for me.
And that's the beauty of music. It can just inspire you to think of new thoughts and new ideas.
Yeah.
And music for me really inspires me a lot. And I forgot to mention that earlier, but I'm really feeling based, like really, really feeling based. Cause I'm a Pisces moon, water sign, Aquarius sun, Pisces moon. So I'm really feeling based. Everyone's shaking their head right now at me, but it's okay.
I'm just trying to understand because I don't I know about the existence of zodiacs and whatnot, but like
it's okay. Don't worry. I know
I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus. You don't need to understand. It's
I'm
okay.
on coast. I see what
I'm a Virgo moon. I know that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know. What am I? Something sun. I could be a Sagittarius sun, right? That's my sun.
You're Taurus sun.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Wait. Oh, so then moon sign, sun sign. What's left?
You're rising.
What's my rising? Do you know?
It depends on your time you're born.
I'm a Gemini.
Let's say I was born at 10 p.m. because I feel like I was born at 10
I have no idea. You gotta put it in the calculator.
I'm a Libra.
You think I know my memory?
Yes, because
it changes every day.
Yes, you hold someone's hand. You're like, you're a Sagittarius or something.
I hold someone's hand.
You read into them. You pay attention. You look at them. You look at their personality, how they act, and you're like, so she's a Virgo, you know?
Yeah. My birth chart is interesting. Gemini sun, Libra moon, Virgo ascendant, Mercury in Cancer, Venus in Gemini, Mars in Aries. Does every planet have a...
Yeah.
Probably.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Although, how come they don't mention the moons, right?
What do you mean?
They do. They say the moon.
No, like
Libra moon.
No, the Jupiter, for example, they have
the moons.
The moons of like different planets.
Jupiter. Okay.
Of different planets.
That's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, because like for example, I think I could be wrong. Jupiter has 7 moons, maybe more. Some of them have names from different mythological characters, like Charon or others. I think there's even Artemis. Maybe there's a moon called Artemis. I think, but stuff like that. But yeah, I
don't know anything about that.
Oh,
sorry. Your face right now.
Because like I thought I was talking to an expert here.
I'm so sorry. I know some things about astrology, but I don't know everything.
Oh,
she's really good when it comes to like energies, because I come to her for like advice on stuff about like, why am I feeling this way? And she's all like, let me explain it to you.
Yeah, just eat diagram. Yeah, he just eat it. Like, I know. If you told me that, I would have been like, eat an apple and you're good.
I'm just like,
oh my god.
But then
she sends me diagrams and stuff. I'm all like, oh,
what you got on these diagrams? Like, it's like graphs or something, or like,
yeah. Like next time you need help, just DM me and I'll send you something.
Okay, there's a reason I don't do that.
Oh,
like not that I'm like I just feel like I'm kind of skeptical about the whole zodiac thing. So
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
because you're Taurus.
Oh, dang.
You know what? Expect a message from me then. Okay, screw it.
The last time you're on the podcast, Juliet.
Expect a message from me. I'll be like, okay, do the magic. Okay, show me a diagram.
Okay, message me at 3 a.m.
At 3
I gotta feel the right energy.
I'm snoring at 3 a.m.
It's demon hour. Why would I text you at demon hour? Maybe I will. I don't know.
Okay.
My wife would murder me if I texted anybody at 3 a.m.
What?
What?
Maybe it's the DoorDash guy. I don't know. Like late night snacking. Sometimes
I feel like if I even touch my phone at 3 a.m., she's like awake. Like, who are you talking to?
Damn. There's a quote that goes, "You must have chaos in your heart to give birth to a dancing star." Do you guys know what that means?
Repeat that one more time.
You must have chaos in your heart to give birth to a dancing star. Do you know what that means?
Okay.
The teacher in me is coming out. Do you guys know what that means?
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Is it anything similar to what doesn't kill you makes you stronger?
No. A good try.
How about okay, I was about to say let your trauma fuel you or something. Yeah, yes?
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The best art is made from those deep, painful emotions.
That's why I'm an artist.
That's why a lot of artists.
I channel my bipolar disorder into my work.
Yeah. And so one thing I want to leave our audience with is you don't have to feel so beaten down by all your dark emotions and feel like you can't escape. You can use that to channel and make something bright and beautiful and amazing. And I don't know where I'm going with this.
That's all right.
That's it. Just use it. Use it.
Okay, you heard it there, folks.
Yeah.
You heard it there, guys.
Use it.
So use it, really.
But use it before you lose it.
Use it before you lose it. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess in simple terms, yeah, if you want, you can let trauma and past negativities fuel you, whether it's art, whether it's I don't know, any type of way that you can cope, like for me back then, it was like I do boxing sometimes because I had so much, it's a long story, but like with a lot of family trouble, I had a lot of anger with me. So if I didn't do anything to deal with that, I wouldn't be like a great person today. So I wouldn't be as chill. I would have been quick to anger. But yeah, so now here I am today, a little more chillier. So chillier. But yeah, but that's me. But that is a good quote. And I think that's a great way to end this.
That's a great way to end this, definitely.
So
Juliet, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
It was great.
Yeah, what a great guest. Episode 2, guys.
Episode 2.
And and go ahead and give her a follow at
you can find me at Echo Star for my photography account, and Echo of Memories, all separated by underscores, for my personal account, where I also post my own personal pictures of me.
Yes. And again, thank you so much. And thank you, Emerson, for being here.
Woo.
It's our show, bro. I'm always here.
Yes. Shout out to Shane for producing like always.
He's not a doctor.
But anyway, we are going to end this. So keep an eye out for us, or keep an ear out for us, because we're going to pop up again, episode 3. But we'll see how it goes.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Phot-Bros podcast. Feel free to follow us on Instagram at Phot-Bros podcast and follow us on X/Twitter at Phot-Bros.